While North Korea dictator Kim Jong-un struggles to develop a long-range nuclear ballistic missile, his military is quietly developing a group of sophisticated cyber hackers who could potentially cripple key U.S. operations with a few mouse clicks.
Our policymakers, government leaders, even corporate leaders are not adequately recognizing risks that exist.
Cyber expert John Bambenik says our reliance on technology requires much greater security. He adds governments, including the U.S., often don't realize that need until major hacks take place, like hacks to government agencies. In 2015, the Pentagon admitted it found 30 million known malicious intrusions on Department of Defense networks. That's 30 million cyber attacks in just 10 months, or 100,000 attacks per day, every day. Despite North Korea first connecting to the World Wide Web in just 2010, the country is already known for developing teams of cyber attackers.
There are training camps and schools that identify talent when they're young and train them in this stuff. In terms of how to compromise networks and how to manipulate people and individuals to compromise their own security.
Bambenik says leaders start early, looking for kids with promise in areas like math, then putting those young prospects in elite schools. The children undergo rigorous computer training and eventually graduate into the military cyber operation unit. An August 2014 security briefing by Hewlett-Packard shows this force could be nearly 6,000 soldiers strong, with many masking activity by operating in foreign countries.
In North Korea, in addition to their warfare capabilities, and cyber is a big part of it, they are actually penetrating crime because they can no longer afford, they've been so isolated by the international community, they're actually turning to cyber means to fund their day-to-day operations. And that's very different. So here you have state-sponsored crime.
Frank Salufo is with the Center for Cyber and Homeland Security at George Washington University. He told us a North Korean group known as Lazarus recently targeted 31 countries and ripped off $81 million in Bangladesh alone. In one well-known hack, the group Guardians of Peace hit Sony Pictures in 2014. That resulted in delaying the release of The Interview, a comedy which made fun of North Korea's leader and his assassination.
That's a game changer in some ways, where you worry about crime trying to influence the state. Here you have states actually trying to influence crime.
So what is this administration doing to stop it? A White House official told CBN News a fully functional cybersecurity team is in place. However, even they admit it's difficult to protect the hundreds of departments and agencies in the government. Cybersecurity experts agree.
We're never going to simply firewall our way out of this problem. We're never going to simply defend our way out of this problem.
What is the solution then?
To me, we need to continue to invest in our offensive capabilities to ultimately, if there's a missing dimension of our strategy in the cyber domain, it's we don't have a deterrent strategy.
In other words, serious consequences when cyber hackers do cross that Silicon line, because ultimately it's about stopping bad people from participating in bad activity. In Washington, D.C., Eric Rosales, CBN News.